Quickly,
Yeah.
you sent me something from BuzzFeed, and all I got to say is it's about time.
Yeah.
Charles Koch has done what I've wanted Republican donors to do, powerful Republican donors to do for a very long time, and say, no, enough of this nonsense. This is an anti-free trade, anti-immigration, anti-NATO, anti-American in many ways policy, a group of policies that aren't conservative. Like I said last week, they're not only anti-conservative, they're illiberal policies. Yeah. And for libertarians like Charles Koch, enough's enough. And so they're actually running ads against Republicans in Pennsylvania. They're running ads for Heidi Heitkamp. Like they are willing to. They say they're going to be willing to be more independent and strike out against Trump's radical big spending policy.
The Koch brothers are at the center of a network of conservative political money that's going to spend $400 million in the course of this midterms. And they have been basically a partisan group for a long time. And what Charles Koch said in these interviews around their big Aspen-based yearly conclave this past weekend was, we made mistakes.
Right.
It was a mistake for us to be purely partisan. We should be about conservative principles and about our ideas and not about party, because now our party has been hijacked by this president who's not really a conservative. And so we are now going to change the direction of our spending, and we're going to spend money on people who uphold conservative and libertarian principles and not on the basis of their party affiliation. And we're going to try to punish those Republicans who have capitulated to the president, particularly on issues like trade, that are not conservative or in line with their philosophy. And it's a big, if they follow through on it and make spending decisions consistent with this new line, it will have a big impact on what happens in these midterms.
And so, Elise, for people like you and me who have always been conservative / libertarians, you probably a little more libertarian, me a little bit more conservative, you sit there and go, wait a second. This is the biggest spending group of Republicans since the last time Republicans.
They are effective in their spending also.
Listen, biggest spending bills ever. You've got tariffs. You've got Trump and Republicans picking winners and losers. And then they have a socialist a bill to bail out farmers who are already being bailed out. Some huge agricultural companies already being bailed out. This is socialism. This is not conservatism. So why should Charles Koch spend his money
and go
propping up
against
socialists?
everything that he always has stood against? You know who is upset, though, Joe? Steve Bannon says that, they should just get in line and they need to get on board. And the master political strategist of Roy Moore's flame out. Yeah. I think that probably means that Charles Koch is doing something right.
He's doing something right. Let's bring in right now MSNBC contributor Mike Lupica. Mike, why?
We're off delay.
I always said, whenever...
Careful, Lupi.
Why is that only directed at me?
Well, I have spoken at groups before like Club for Growth, and I've always told them, if you give Americans a chance to vote for a real Democrat or a Republican spending like a Democrat, they'll vote for the real Democrat every time. And these are big government Republicans, and some of these policies are just downright socialist.
No, and you have to do what you do here day after day and keep calling them out on this. The thing for the farmers, and I'm all for it if it's going to help farmers, but even Bernie Sanders probably looked at that and say, whoa, I don't even know if I would have gone that far.
Wait a second,
why do we spend money for terrible policy?
But Trump, though, he enacts an emergency policy to enact tariffs that hurt farmers. And then he enacts an emergency policy to blow $12 billion more dollars on the first emergency he enacted. That is socialism. You're picking winners and losers, and you're picking them badly.
Joe, this is the gaslighting of the American people. He's like President Gaslight, okay? And this is the problem. You call him a day trader, okay? This is what happens when you govern from news cycle to news cycle. And you don't like the reaction to the last news cycle, so you overreact the other way. You
know what this reminds me of, John? This is Marie Le Pen, who dumb conservatives in America said, oh, we love her. Stupid Republicans in America said, oh, we hope she wins. She's a socialist. She's a socialist who happens to be a racist at the same time. That's what they're getting here. They're saying, oh, well, give us 2 Supreme Court justices and we will vote for a socialist who adopts Vladimir Putin's foreign policy.
You know who also likes her?
Loopy.
The guy.